Good afternoon, everybody. Today we're coming for a walk in the Thetford Forest again. We're following a route that starts at the Thetford Warren Lodge. This was probably built, so it says here, in the late 13th century by the monks of Thetford Priory, and it was set in the Warren area for farming of the rabbits, because the rabbit business was a lucrative business in medieval times, and the rabbits would have been eaten at banquets, and their fur was used to line the robes of royalty and nobles. So yeah, so this is Thetford Warren Lodge. Okay, so we've left the Thetford Warren Lodge behind us, and we're following on a route that is called the Risbeth Wood. It's about just over 4 miles long. We've got some basic directions to follow that I've downloaded, but already I think we've taken a different path. But anyway, we will just carry on following what pathways we're on at the moment. I think one particular part of it will take us towards High Lodge in Thetford. So that's the sort of area that we're in, between Brandon and Thetford. After a really hot week, today is a lot cooler. No sun at the moment, but it's a nice comfortable temperature to go walking in Thetford Forest. Anyway, so we'll just follow the routes and see what we can see. In the middle of September, and there's now slight signs of the trees turning. Nuts, beech nuts, I think. Plenty of them. Very quiet at the moment. Can't hear any birds. Can't see anything actually moving through the trees or the undergrowth. All you can hear if you stand still is the road between Brandon and Thetford. So quiet and so still. a good path to do in the springtime. So we've passed a lot of rhododendron bushes. Already a spectacular sight in the spring when they're in full bloom. So today has got that really beginning of autumn feel. The bracken has turned into brown. Got the slight tinge of yellow in the beech trees. The leaves just flittering down. And it just smells really like earthy. Like autumn is in the air. So the first part of the walk from the lodge is in and around the lodge biking routes. So we've gone over a couple of the cycle tracks. So we are on track with the actual walk. It says to follow red signs, but there aren't red signs, but the description is quite accurate, so we're on the right track. Well, what started off as a fairly easy route to follow, or so we thought, we started off quite well. We now have absolutely no idea where we are on our route. Or we are
winging it.
Off our route, but we're just following tracks around High Lodge. So I've always wanted to do High Lodge. Preferably it would have been better on a bike, but we're walking it. Anyway, it's okay. We're now stopped to have some refreshments, so then we will continue to find our way back. No.
Hello.
Hello.
Time for Teletubbies.
I can see you.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Right, this way. That was fun. Right, so as it happens, we weren't too lost after all. We, on the walk that we were taking, it did say that we could go off on a detour into High Lodge, which I think we did without actually realising. So we've just been in the heart of High Lodge.
Playing with the toys.
Yeah, playing with the toys, playing with the musical instruments. So that was quite fun. Yes, so we are now heading back to Warren Lodge. So I think we're sort of like almost nearing to the end of the walk, but let's just hope we've managed to keep going on the right route. Absolutely, I am fantastic. My directional skills are brilliant. So we are now on the homeward straight back to Thetford Warren Lodge. And yes, I think I followed the map pretty well. Robert has just gave me an indication that I didn't. But I think I did all right. We did a little bit extra that we hadn't planned to do, but I'm glad we did because it took an extra mile. Glad we did because it took us into High Lodge. I've never actually been there, so yeah. And we did have I did have a little help from Google Maps, GPS. So we are now on the homeward straight back to Warren Lodge. So all in all, I think it's been a pretty good walk, and the weather has been perfect walking weather. to where we started at the Warren Lodge. It's been an interesting walk. Yes, we didn't stay exactly on the route that we had planned, but I think it turned out okay. We took the little extra bit where we ended up in the High Lodge. It was good to see that actually. I've never been before, so it's good to see that, and we had a little play in there. Yes, so it's been a lot longer walk than the route that we planned, which we completed the majority of it, but we did just go off on a detour a couple of times. So I've enjoyed it. The weather has been good. It's now starting to rain. Just hoping that we'll be able to have our cup of tea. So the car park to this lodge here is a fairly decent sized car park, obviously no amenities or anything, but it's not a very clean car park. We turned up and there's quite a bit of rubbish there, so if you did plan to have a picnic or something in that car park, I wouldn't advise that. So hopefully we're going to move on to somewhere else and have a cup of tea there. Great, so thanks for watching. Until next time, goodbye. So we've actually found, or Robert found, a nice little bench to sit and have our cup of tea. That's a good little find. Tucked away in the warren itself.